Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Happy Friday, Utah. Let's get you out the door with your forecast. A nice start to the day. We've got some clouds that are filtering in from the west, but also seeing a little bit of that sunrise showing up as well. Temperatures are in the upper 40s to kick off our Friday morning, at least here in the Salt Lake Valley. We've got upper 40s pretty much along the Wasatch Front, but you head up into Cache Valley, we've got 30s. The Wasatch back, we've got 30s. Otherwise, 40s and 50s lighting up the rest of the state. As we go throughout this afternoon, we're going to see more of those clouds passing in from west to east, so we'll call it partly to mostly cloudy skies as we go throughout the afternoon hours. There will be a chance, though, of a few of these isolated showers getting squeezed out. We're not expecting a lot of widespread rain, nothing like what we saw earlier this week, but there could be a spotty shower or two getting squeezed out as a weak disturbance moves by the state. But for the most part, we're just going to be looking at a few extra clouds mixed with a little sunshine and somewhat warmer temperatures out there. All right, let's take a look at the weather setup right now because we've got our old upper level low pushing off to the north and east. We've got a weak disturbance that's trying to make its way in today. That's what could squeeze out an isolated shower. And then we have our next weather maker to talk about, and that one will be a doozy for the weekend. In fact, as we go throughout the weekend, mid-70s Saturday, warm and breezy, but scattered storms developing by the afternoon hours. And look at that, only in the 50s on Sunday with thunderstorms likely. St. George, we're looking at those evening storms arriving for your Saturday. Ahead of it, we'll be in the mid-80s, mid to upper 70s as we get towards your Sunday. But here's the deal. Even when those storms roll through, the potential of a couple of those storms becoming strong to severe across northern Utah with some of those microburst winds over 60 miles per hour being the primary concern. So we've got to keep an eye on that as we do go throughout the weekend time frame. Let's time it all out for you as we look at Futurecast this afternoon. Again, just a couple of hit and miss showers out there. Nothing that's going to cause any major impacts for us. But here comes that warm front tonight. Don't be surprised to hear a rumble of thunder or some patches of heavy rainfall coming down after midnight tonight across central portions of the state. That warm front will continue to lift north through your Saturday morning. And there you see that main storm system starting to move our way by Saturday lunchtime. We could start to see a couple of those storms developing. Better chances for showers and storms that you can see as we get into your Saturday evening and Saturday night along this front as it works its way through. We're talking about the potential again of some heavy rain, the potential of some gusty winds over 60 miles per hour. Can't even rule out some small hail as the system makes its way on through the area. Again, Saturday evening into Saturday night. Then once the front moves through, the storms will push into eastern Utah. But on the backside, we get that northwesterly flow. So some pockets of heavier rainfall still coming down into your Sunday morning. And in the mountains, that's going to be coming down as snow. Yeah, we can see some snowfall accumulations, especially above about 7,500 to 8,000 feet. We're looking at the potential of several inches of some late season snow moving through. And we're going to stay unsettled with that northwesterly flow and some disturbances moving through Sunday into Monday as well. So a very active pattern as we go throughout the weekend. Probably best to make those inside plans for the weekend. Again, we're looking at about 1/4 of an inch of precipitation across the south to as much as possibly an inch across parts of the northern half of the state. And as I mentioned, you get about 8,000 feet or higher, yeah, we're going to be talking about that potential of some mountain snowfall accumulation showing up as well. So a very potent and dynamic storm system rolling on through. Now, here's the deal. Heading into next week, we start off with some very cool and unsettled weather conditions across the region. But as we go throughout next week, guess what? We've got a big high-pressure ridge that will move in. So we will see the weather pattern flip-flop between Monday and Thursday of next week as we see a big warming trend returning back to the area. Oh, did I mention we've got a fire weather watch for southeastern Utah as we go throughout your Saturday? So just pretty much everything under the sun in the forecast here. St. George, 84 for your Friday, 86 Saturday with those evening storms arriving and storms likely, especially Sunday morning. And then notice by the middle of next week, we're back in the 90s for highs. So we go from a big cool down to summer-like conditions. The Wasatch Front, upper 60s today, mid-70s Saturday with scattered showers and storms, followed by much cooler weather for Sunday with showers and storms, a couple of those on the strong side. And then heading into next week, we're back in the upper 70s to low 80s.